What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, undefeated, undisputed, junior welterweight, world champion, British superstar boxer, Josh Taylor, who is now 19 wins, no losses, no draw, 13 wins by way of knockout. He is 31 years of age. He stands at 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach. He took on and defended his undisputed titles against the WBO mandatory challenger in undefeated, rising junior welterweight, British superstar, title contender, Jack Catterall. Okay, or dare I say, Jack Catterall is a star contender. But over in the UK, Jack Catterall is pretty well known. Here in the States, Jack Catterall is not very well known. At 26 wins, now one loss, no draw, 13 wins by way of knockout. He is 28 years of age, 5'7" and a half, with a 69-inch arm reach. Okay, so with that said, we know they fought this past weekend, 2 weekends ago, should I say. And Josh Taylor, he got a unanimous decision victory over Jack Catterall, okay? And many people thought it was unjust, okay? Because many people thought Jack Catterall, he won the fight, okay? But nonetheless, he didn't get the nod. So many people was not happy with the outcome. And Josh Taylor, he received a lot of negative feedback after this victory over Jack Catterall. And he stated that, it was unwarranted because he feels like, there were some things said towards his family to him that's just uncalled for, okay? Which I agree with, okay? It has nothing to do with the judge's decision, has nothing to do with Josh Taylor's family and things of that nature. So with that said, Josh Taylor, he stated that after witnessing and letting the adrenaline set in, he's watched the rematch a few times, and he does believe that Jack Catterall deserves a rematch, okay? Now, Jack Catterall, he took step-aside money to allow Josh Taylor to face off against then undefeated unified junior welterweight world champion Mexican superstar boxer Jose Ramirez, in which Josh Taylor, he won the fight, obviously, to become undisputed. And Jack Catterall, he was the mandatory challenger. So he beat Jose Ramirez, and he had to face off against Jack Catterall. We all know Josh Taylor, he wanted to move up to welterweight to challenge the former undisputed junior welterweight world champion, in 3-division world champion, WBO welterweight world champion, superstar boxer who is widely considered by many to be the '1 best pound-for-pound boxer in the world, in Terence Bud Crawford, who was 38 wins, no losses, no draws. He 29 wins by way of knockout, 5'8" with a 74-inch arm reach. Okay, so with that said, he's 34 years of age, and Josh Taylor has wanted that fight, but he had to sign a contract and agree to a fight with Jack Catterall if he wanted to become undisputed at junior welterweight. So that's what he did. And so now he's responded. He said that he believes that Jack Catterall deserves the opportunity to get an immediate rematch, and he wants to do the immediate rematch. But get this, without the titles. Okay, he stated that he wants to do it at a catchweight. He stated that, let's be real, Jack Catterall, he had an opportunity to pick up the titles, and he didn't win. Okay, he lost the opportunity. He willing to, as a competitor, give him an immediate rematch, but he wants it to be at 130 or 143 or 144, which obviously the belt will not be on the line because you have the IBF. They have a strict policy where you can't weigh a certain amount, after the initial weigh-in on the Friday, and the next day can't gain more than 10 pounds. So this is not a division. 143, 144 is not a division, okay? So I highly doubt that they, and as well as Josh Taylor, that the sanction bodies is going to allow him to defend his titles at a catchweight of 143 or 144. So he's stating that he's going to vacate the belts, okay? But he does want to fight Jack Catterall just for a competitive sake, for his competitive nature and for Jack Catterall's competitive nature. And he stated that he believes Jack Catterall, after the fight, will still get an opportunity to regain the titles, okay? Because I'm going to vacate them, and the titles are going to bounce around, and you'll be able to become a world champion. But as a competitor, we can do it at 143 or 144. I'm officially vacating the belts. And if we're not going to do it, then I'm going to go up make myself the mandatory for the WBO title, World Boxing Organization, and the fight he wants in Terence Crawford. So he's stating that if Jack Catterall doesn't accept these terms, then he's going to move on. Okay. Well, he knows Jack Catterall is not going to accept these terms because what does he stand to gain? So if he beats Josh Taylor at a catchweight, first of all, he's not struggling to make 140. Josh Taylor is. So Josh Taylor is saying that he absolutely cannot make 140. He says, I can't safely and comfortably make 140 ever again. So it's out the question to fight at 140. Now, I know he's a 40-pounder and he comfortably makes the weight, but it's unrealistic and unhealthy for me to attempt to make 140 once again. So he has to accept the terms of coming to 143, 144, or I'm going to move up and fight Terence Crawford. Well, it sounds like he's going to move up and fight Terence Crawford because if you're Jack Catterall and his team, you're comfortably making 140, okay? And you're looking to garner a title. So why would you fight at a catchweight, just for bragging rights? You gain nothing, okay? So they stated that they gave him life-changing money and career-changing, life-changing money, and that, if he should give them the opportunity to fight this catchweight. So it sounds like to me that Josh Taylor, is having a hard time, accepting the fact that people believe he lost this fight. And I believe as a competitor, he's just having a hard time after rewatching the fight, accepting that he won the fight. Okay, he may think that he edged it out. He may even think it's a draw. But for the most part, he watched those first 5 to 6 rounds, and he know Jack Catterall won those first 5 to 6 rounds, and then Jack Catterall dropped him in the 8th round. Okay, so at that point in time, Josh Taylor, he needed a knockout to be victorious. Well, then in the 9th round, a point was taken from Jack Catterall for unsportsmanlike conduct. But then in the 10th round, a point was taken from Josh Taylor for the same reason. So that evened out, But in my opinion, in the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th round, the last 4 rounds of the fight, I feel Jack Catterall, he put it in cruise control. He didn't press the fight. He didn't look to, become, the champion. He didn't look to take it, okay? I believe he felt like he was ahead on the cards. I believe he felt comfortable. And with the knockdown, he felt like he was, in a significant lead that Josh Taylor needed to knock out, as I believe. But you're in his backyard, okay? He's the undefeated, undisputed champion. You're a 16-1 underdog. You have to take it from him, especially in the quote-unquote championship rounds. That's why it's called the championship rounds, okay? And so with that said, he just simply didn't take it from Josh Taylor, okay? He put it in cruise control. Josh Taylor was still the aggressor. Josh Taylor was still pressing the fight, whether it was out of desperation, whether he thought he was behind on the cards. But when you have the champion showing the body language of a champion and the challenger showing the body language of a guy who is fatigued, a guy who's not, aggressive, he's not going to win the fight. So, and he didn't. Okay. So Josh Taylor, he won the fight. But again, sounds like to me that Josh Taylor just simply can't accept what took place in this fight. His competitive nature is not allowing him to sleep at night. Something similar to the Carl Weathers character, the Apollo Creed character in the Rocky series, where he just simply needed to face off against Rocky, even in private, just simply for his peace of mind, okay? Just for him and his competitive nature to be at peace. And it feels like that's the case here with Josh Taylor. He's willing to do the fight. He just knows he can't. His body's not going to allow him to go to 140. Because if he could, I believe he would challenge immediately Jack Catterall. So he's stating that he's going to press for the rematch. But these are the terms that he knows very well that Jack Catterall will not and should not accept, because what does he stand to gain? Imagine if he loses badly in a rematch and there's nothing on the line, okay? And so the words that they're using, that, they gave him the biggest payday and they're going to press for the fight, lets me know that Josh Taylor is not comfortable with the decision and his competitive nature is getting the best of him. And the only way to satisfy that is to fight Jack Catterall in the rematch, or just simply go all the way up to 147, put it behind him and fight the likes of a Terence Crawford. But if he has the showing he had against Jack Catterall, he's definitely not going to beat no Terence Crawford. So he's stating that he wants the immediate rematch, and he's stating that he wants it at 143, 144. And he's officially now vacating his belts, and he has two options on the table. Fight Jack Catterall at catchweight or go fight Terence Crawford. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. That's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.